you fucking mega mo. You fucking mo. Alright, you fucking mo. Fuck.
And then she hit it. What?
Incorrect. Where's the manager? I demand to speak to the manager.
Hot Wheels, Hot Wheels, Hot Wheels.
Oh, is the Hot Wheels shit out?
Yeah.
Oh, okay, rad.
Yeah, I'm so
I
excited.
didn't know why you were doing this. I was just like, all right, you want to play some fucking like Scooty McDrive? It's like, no, the Hot Wheels stuff is actually fun.
Hot Wheels is amazing.
I don't get me wrong, a lot of this game is fun, but I mean, there's fun, and then there's what you're looking at right there, fun, and those are different breeds of fun. Like the same way a cat and a tiger are very similar in some ways, but then completely different things in a lot of important ways. Like, look at that shenanigans. Like, this is why we have to start doing F1 with poor people, because then they won't be so protective of the drivers' lives. And we can start getting that sport to where I think it can go.
Or, you know, those like those humanoid robot things, maybe they can just mirror someone in VR.
Yeah.
I know part of it is the good part's the death. But
well, I mean, it's not just that, but like
risk.
there's a legitimate physicality to F1 that people don't think about, because
100%.
you have to train your neck to be in the same spot when it's like pulling like fucking 5Gs around a fucking corner and shit.
Which is insane.
Yeah, like it is. Like it's as it stands, it's an insane sport.
Like as it is, 1G causes me to be sick.
Yeah, like I think like fucking like the Ferrari cars at the moment are just sort of exploding.
Jesus.
Yeah,
That's not good.
Yeah. I think it's
I feel
because the
that's a slight
driver is
hindrance.
holding the accelerator too early at the start and not
really?
getting the right speed boost.
Interesting. Yeah.
And it just goes up.
Key2's not coming to help
Yeah.
them out. That's what we need, a Key2 to lift people
I'm surprised
out.
there isn't some, like, because granted I don't really watch it at all, but I get all these updates from my
This is it.
incredibly high functioning autistic friend.
6 years old.
Like, he's not autistic, but he works in an environment chock full of them, and I like to tease him that it's just slowly seeping in there.
Kudos. Another driver sent you a little
He's a
thumbs up
secret
over the
one.
festival
He's
network.
managed to learn how to
You use
mask it.
social
Wait,
media,
what's the
right?
gear shift?
Well, this is like that, but way cooler.
Secret.
Oh, there they are.
Daywalkers, I believe the autistics call them.
Wait, who?
The ones that can pass.
Oh, right.
In 100 meters.
I think the technical term for a lady autistic is lesbian. Alright, I'm seeing like Mexico. I think it's Mexico. Is this Mexico?
Yes.
Alright, it is Mexico. Okay.
So we got to drive to the Hot Wheels place.
I'm disappointed they didn't just like fucking, you know, because if we
Oops.
managed to get like
That's
a
all right,
fucking drug baron really into this, you could just say, hey, you know what you could spend all your money on? Just Hot Wheels, your part of Mexico.
That'd be pretty cool.
Because people will remember you then.
Oh, 100%.
You know, no one's
yeah.
going to remember half of these guys. Like, it'll just be like those lists of Roman emperors when you get sort of deep into the assassination territory, you know, where they're just coming and going. You know, you'll have to have done something really fucking weird or interesting to stand out. And like, there's none of these guys, you know, there's like that one, you know, famous one whose name I can't even fucking remember. I think he got arrested eventually, he's in, you know, in jail somewhere, but like, you know, I don't know. Like, what are you doing with all of it? Like, at least be nuts.
At least put on a show for the rest of us.
Yeah. Like, 'cause that used to be the rules. Like, you were allowed to be, like, you know, a guy who owned, like, a big chunk of the world. But also, like, you know, you had to build a fucking circus and you had to flood that fucker and do naval battles and shit. And then people were happy. There was a trade-off. You know, like, I think we can... not even turn a blind eye. I just think we're not going to notice some decapitated journalists if there's just a Hot Wheels track that people are, you know, tearing around in Mexico.
400 meters. Turn left.
Because otherwise you're just doing that thing where you're getting the points again, and like, you know, it's that thing that I do in every Resident Evil game where I end the fucking thing with like 14 fucking Magnum ammo because I've been too scared to use any of it.
400 meters.
And now it's meaningless.
Yeah, and then the game's over, and guess what that fucking, you know, great resource was?
Nothing.
Nothing. Yeah.
Instead, it was a hindrance.
Yeah,
It took up your
it was a
slots.
hindrance. Yeah, it just made my life harder. Like, I don't get, like, it's not like if you fucking finish, oh yeah, you finished with 14 fucking, you know, thing, here's a bunch of nude pics of Rebecca.
Resident Evil became the most finished game after that secret came out.
Like, if you died with, like, tons of money and just God rolls up and goes, here's the best tits ever. Be like, all right, that's, there's kind of a motivation there.
God's Wesker.
Yeah, like
Hello.
Yeah.
Would you like to see some
like
boobs?
these ones are from 10,000 BC. You were never gonna see these.
Oh, before I forget as well, shout out to Chip who got married recently. So congratulations.
Okay. Do I know this person?
Well, I've been a fan for a long time.
Oh, okay. Wow, someone who likes us managed to fucking successfully.
I know, right?
Yeah.
Yes.
There
is hope for the rest of you.
I mean, there isn't, but
Turn right.
Hope can be purchased for $4.99 per month.
yeah, become a patron and we'll put a good word in for you.
Buy the Hope DLC. Coming soon. To keep it classy.
Yeah. Buy some hope. Hope, the vector of suffering.
It's either Hope or bathwater. Take your choice. Those are your only choices.
Turn right.
Either way, it has not been approved by any organization.
If anything, it was deproved.
All right. You've cloned some actual Hot Wheels.
Extreme driving.
Extreme.
Fastest, most extreme gravity-defying tracks yet. We have enabled accessibility features to make experience more comfortable, including a roll indicator, ability to turn motion blur off. Well, that was already an option, but okay. Field of view sliders and a stunt steering wheel assist. Oh, those are nice.
It's frustrating because I have literally everything I need to make a fucking driving cabinet, except like just really the sort of hood area. Like I don't even need the rest of the fucking thing there. I just need a chair in front of it.
Yeah.
But like it's nuts because the place that I bought my fucking my flat pack arcade cabinet from, they like stopped selling those like fucking I don't know a month after I bought mine.
Oh, that's lame.
Yeah, so I mean like it kind of sucks because like other people aren't unable to take advantage of it, but like fucking lucky I got mine. It's frustrating because there are a lot of.
What the fuck is that thing?
I don't know what that is. That looks like
That
a giant
upsets
shoe.
me. Yeah.
It's like a novelty croc. It's all of it is things that I'm not good at, you know? I don't know where to get MDF. I mean, I've looked at Bunnings, I've managed to do some stuff. I did manage to download a whole thing of plans and stuff, but it's all in fucking inches and shit. And I know that it's not that big a challenge to fix that, it's just, you gotta understand, when you're this, functionally much of a beginner and, otherwise mostly incompetent at, like, building things, you can't be chucking, like, just meaningless squiggles in there that add an extra step, Extra steps are not helpful. So at this point, I'd be willing to pay to just have somebody else cut it. I can nail the shit together. I've figured that part out.
Yeah.
I can make 2 bits of wood be 1 bit of wood.
Not gonna lie, I kind of want to drive on that myself in real life.
Yeah. No. Again.
Like, even with fear of death.
yeah.
And, like, you've got a fear of heights, so I don't know how that will work out for you.
Yeah. It sort of depends.
Because that's very high.
Yeah. Like, I mean, that would probably get me a bit.
cool as fuck!
Welcome to Hot Wheels Park. This is Giant Canyon. Rami,
Oops.
take it away.
Because, like, there's a relativity to the
yeah,
fear of
Manuel.
heights. Because I'm worse on, like, a high ladder than I am in, like, a plane.
Gotcha.
Like, I'm okay being, like, once the distance becomes more of an abstraction, I'm all right. But when it's, when it's very, 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 like, visible that I'm up quite high, then my brain goes, there's nothing you can do about this. And it freaks me out.
Oh, we're coming out to a loop-de-loop.
Hell yeah.
Giant Hot Wheels set would be complete without a loop.
Yeah, if someone built me like a fucking almost planetary scale Hot Wheels loop and a Hot Wheels track that didn't have a loop, I'd take it right back to the store. It would take 600 years and many generations and millions of deaths to repack it into its original packaging, but...
Look, I just slightly touched the wall. That's not a rewind moment, alright?
Oh man, I fucking grazed a bit.
Fuck, this must have been fun to design.
You'd hope. I suppose, like, you know, there wouldn't be the fucking... The game's released. I mean, I figure all the tools are there, considering the engine's more or less, you know, unchanged.
I just mean the fact that, like, you know, a lot of it's like recreating authentic little bits of the country.
This
So
could be, you know...
making something like this must be like a interesting compared.
Yeah. Conceptually, yeah.
Yeah. Because like the Forza team are nuts. Like these guys, the playground games, like the length they go to the recreations, like the amount of like extremely like
Oh no, it
high
was like the
quality
one set in
photos and
Australia and you could see like
recreations.
houses that you've been to and shit.
Yeah.
You know, like, if someone designs the cars, this is basically our modern F-Zero.
Yeah.
You know, it was basically
Well,
what I'm
Redout
looking
2
at.
just released, and I've been needing to give that a go because I really enjoyed the first one.
Yeah.
So I'm hoping it's a improvement. Fucking this car, like, is not going. It's only got 8 gears. It needs more. This is fucking amazing. This is. Oh, dude, look at that.
Sweet.
Someone could make this. 100%.
This does need, like, shells.
Yeah. What's the expansion 2 gonna be? This is only expansion 1.
I remember I had an idea for that, but I forgot what it was. I think it was a kart thing or a Mad Max thing.
Mad
No,
Max
there
would be
would be.
interesting.
Make a Mad Max kart.
Maybe when the new Fable comes out, they'll cross over.
You could just do post-apocalyptic kart. I mean, you could even have characters throwing turtle shells at each other. It does have to be actual, like...
Horse cart. Whoa! This doesn't look safe at all. I want to see your HR. Not HR. OH&S.
I don't think that's to spec.
Oh man, giant trees.
I wonder if we'll see any fucking Ewoks.
Oh, just hit one going at 300k.
Bing.
Just pop. Dude, that thing would just pop.
No time for taking in the views.
I feel like Return of the Jedi would have been a little easier to swallow if, like, at least, like, one fucking, you know, stormtrooper didn't just point blank, you know, blast a fucking teddy bear.
I'm annoyed that they didn't put them in a catapult and light them on fire. If they're anything like koalas, they might be a little bit flammable and go.
How about we conduct a little experiment?
Oh, this
Ready to
fucking.
ever gone before? Let's go!
Come on, lunatics. Where are you? Your money could be doing this right now.
The problem is the lunatics with real money hide because
Yeah.
they know that they can get dragged out of their house and eaten.
They also
And-
have real money.
Yeah, the visible lunatics tend to be those people who are, you know, unbelievably rich because the made-up bullshit they've got has been valued incredibly highly, and then they've taken out loans.
Fair.
And then you don't have to pay taxes on that because it's not technically income. Which is why you give yourself a very low salary in your obscenely overvalued company.
What an entrance! But now the
Shit.
fun really begins. Before we sign you up
That is
for
a
the academy
wild
registration, you'll need to
mess.
pass the qualifier. Meet me in Alejandra here.
Fucking track spaghetti. Micro machines, that was it.
Sid, here's your brand
Oh yeah.
Because I remember thinking about, like, fucking micro machines. Alright, you know the thought process that got me there? That's track spaghetti. Imagine driving on spaghetti. You could drive on spaghetti if you were really small. Micro machines are small. Micro machines was the idea I had. Like, that was the fucking chain that I
Yeah.
had to walk through to get back to that fucking memory.
I'm glad you got there.
You know, because these days you could do a Micro Machines game and there'd just be, like, toddlers in the background running around and, like, one of them stumbles into the track
I'm
and knocks
so
a bit over.
upset we
and-
haven't got a good Micro Machines game.
I think there was one, but I remember downloading it and just going,
It wasn't a Micro Machine, like it wasn't by name. It was essentially Micro Machines, but it was
Yeah. I mean,
something
it doesn't
else.
need to be, but just tiny, shrinky dude. You can call them shrinky dudes. I don't
but
care.
it
like-
wasn't that great.
Yeah.
It was very mediocre.
Driving the wrong way on my giant plastic sky death track.
Okay, this truck's very drifty.
It's got those, like, sand. You know, that's a vehicle for sand.
That's a vehicle for death.
Sand may as well
Do you
be
reckon?
death.
Oh,
This is the kind of game like I could, I want a gimbal, like one of those things that the original Afterburner had, so you can get in it and when it rotates
Yeah.
you. Those
how do I reverse? Oh, yeah.
are not cheap,
Oh god, no. Yeah.
and that's before the shipping. Goodness gracious. Believe it or not, shipping an entire piece of industrial scale arcade hardware. Not something a private enthusiast of limited means has really got available to him.
No. We just need a bunch of strong men. Carry it.
I need 7 burly fellows.
Or chaps.
Are you mad? I can't afford chaps. You priced chaps lately? It's ridiculous.
Complete this qualifier, and we'll let you loose on the rookie events.
Speak English, you gutter snipe.
Hello, Governor Quiddly
I've had one piece of taffy in me mouth for 5 years, I have.
So I brought Alejandra along to help with the qualifiers.
Thanks, Haley. Okay, let's get started. Keep your cool. We're going to take on
That old
ice
ex from
Let's go.
Manchester who had a BBC voice for most of the time, except when she was drunk or angry, and then the Manchester voice came out.
Okay.
Lovely.
Time to show me what you got.
There was a time we were in the fucking Night Owl next door, and there was a absolutely hellfire wasted, like, British backpacker from Manchester, speaking English, I think, but just in an accent that made it sound like a fucking foreign language. We went in there, and I just kind of took no notice of it, because dealing with drunk people was work, and, like, there's only so much I'm gonna fucking do outside. It's like, okay, look, she's not peeing on the floor or doing anything fucked, she's just
Look down.
making mouth sounds.
Right, get ready.
And then immediately, like, my lady friend just shifted fucking into her dialect and started talking to her. Ah. That's right. I forgot you speak messy trollop. Shut up. I think about that a lot, because I see a lot of, like, Morrigan fan art. And that's by design. But I think people forget that she's Scottish. I feel like that's got to come up a bit more often,
Okay, not bad. You're not
So I think a lot of her
wrong
win
here.
quotes should just be like things women have said on like Scottish Twitter and shit.
Oh, 100%. I agree.
Funny as shit.
Yay. I got 3 things. What does that mean? We won't toss you in the volcano.
This is your reward for completing the qualifier.
We will
You are now
we will
officially a
feed
rookie
wheels
in
to the
Academy.
wheel god.
We've added a load of new
That's
events
what
to
they
the
should
schedule.
do. The next one should be the wheelers
You'll
from
be a Hot Wheels legend driving the fastest
Wizard of
car
Oz
in
2.
no time.
Return to Oz.
Yeah, that's it. It will be a Return to Oz event.
Hey, remember Return to Oz? No, because you're not a 40-year-old? All
I'm
right.
going to make a documentary about Hot Wheels history. Come on, I'll need your help. Even though your current destination won't complete the recommended mission,
It is.
mine too.
Every now and then stuff like that does happen though, like fucking Marvel vs. Capcom Infinite, where they were like, well, we're not gonna like put fucking Cyclops in because people don't really remember him, and then they put Jeddah from fucking Darkstalkers 3 in, and it's just like, all right, look, I get what's going on that you have to say that sentence about Cyclops, but also you can't do that and then put Jeddah in.
Yeah.
You just can't. That's,
Turn sharp.
Oh shit, that is a sharp left.
Where were you then, you fucking trollop? I mean, that's a U-turn. That's beyond sharp. That's
Yeah.
circled all the way back around to blunt.
Yeah, just don't see many blunt turns anymore. James Blunt kind of took Popper out of them.
What one's he again? Is he one of those ones that, like,
Goodbye,
nans
my
love?
lover. Goodbye, my friend. I don't know. I don't know anyone who likes James Blunt.
No, there's a weird... Oh, wait, no, yeah. No, I'm thinking of, like, a different one. There's, like, a whole category of, like, handsome young gentlemen that sing songs exclusively to appeal to, like, women who are 60.
Turn sharp.
Such a weird little fucking alcove. Because it's not a very populous one, but I suppose it's like, you know what it'll be? It'll be the most reliable music
Oh,
market.
100%.
Because
yeah.
none of those ladies will know how to pirate music.
And there's like Probably not much competition in that space.
Michael Bublé, that's right.
The boob.
Yeah.
How can you forget the boob?
Yeah, I'm surprised at that as well, because his name is Bublé, which is...
This is very funny.
I mean, I suppose there's not a lot you're doing with that name. You know, you're not going Michael Booble, you're not like...
Could it be called Art Vanderboob?
Bubble. It's like, alright, look, I've got to fucking come up with a way to make this not sound stupid. And weirdly, Bublé is the best option out of that.
Boob ladle.
Because his name is just Michael Titsex. You know, Michael Jughump. Mickey Jughump could be like one of those white rappers you see from Boston, you know? Like, introducing Mickey Jughump! Reminds me of this weird thing I saw. It was like a thing on like, you know, it was like that. I can't remember the name of the website. It might have been E-Fucked. But that tends to be more weird and gross shit as opposed to stuff that's necessarily comedy. But like, it was like some, you know, dude had organized a gangbang for his wife. And
As you do.
yeah, I mean, look, you know, fine, whatever. By and large, I don't care. Except this guy had like the thickest Boston accent ever. And so while there's this like, you know, 4 or 5 fucking, you know, big black dudes, and it's always specific. It's not always, but like, I find like, you know, the weird ethnic specificity of some cuckoldry to be more measurably weird than the thing itself. The thing itself, whatever, but if it's like, it's gotta specifically be black guys, it's like, alright, look, that's strange. You know, there's something there. I don't think it's malicious. I don't think it's really, that, you know, I don't think, you know, in the list of problems, it's probably at the bottom, but like, it's still, it's, you know. But the entire time this is going on, like, he's walking around with this deranged, you know, fucking cartoon character sounding accent, just going, yeah, fuck her pussy, she's a slut. Like, just... And the clip was like, I don't know, like, I mean, it was longer than you'd ever want to hear or see this for. But like, I mean, as a testament to, I suppose, the professionalism of some of these guys that they can maintain an interaction while that's going on.
I see what you did there.
Probably Viagra. Depending.
Yeah, probably. I always forget that people cheat.
I know, it's weird, right?
Yeah, it's just like, if I'm bad at something, I just go, well, I guess I'm just not good at that. You know, it doesn't occur to me, it's like, no, I can just cheat.
Yeah.
Yeah.
They're like steroids for your wiener.
Yeah, I think to myself, there's no way I could just maintain an erection for, you know, that extended period of time while this weird fucking bloated guy goes, ah, my wife's a slut, like in my fucking ear. There's no way that could happen. It's, oh yeah, you just take the fucking pills and then, you know. I mean, I don't know. I mean, I'd have figured the sex was the payment. You know, I wouldn't have thought this was like a fucking, you know, paid, like you rent them or something. But like, I don't know, maybe you do. I mean, I'm sure there's probably something like that. But, you know, even if you've got the fucking pills in your keeping your bed, you still try, like you're trying to enjoy yourself. You know? And it's just like if Ben Affleck got hit in the head with a brick, just talking to you.
That's Batfleck. Man, I miss.
Like that's what he sounded like. Like it was the fucking nutsest. Like that thick Boston accent's a weird accent to begin with. And then you like multiply that by, you know, weird fucking gutter chode. But well, living the dream, I suppose.
I don't want it. Drove like shit. Take it back.
I mean, are you able to swap cars, or do you have to unlock them in a certain order?
I can swap cars. Aw. Aw. 6 seconds off.
I mean, that's like fucking 4 hours in driving time, though.
Aw.
Like, that's why the numbers go to like fucking, you know, 3 fucking decimal places.
Larger bone shaker. That's what my car's called. Yeah, let's do that one. Yeah, what else is on the map? What's this thing?
This is the academy. Here you can see your
Okie
current
dokie.
rank and your progress towards the next, which of course means faster cars.
You can learn how to drive a
Here's all
Hot
the
Wheel.
missions associated with your rookie rank, grouped into major and minor challenges. Pro tip: if you
It really is, because I get like such a fucking, you know, because of how much I played fucking, you know, Mario Kart on the fucking Wii U and shit. Like every now and then it's just like, God, I just want to fucking play like several hours of it. And it would be a relatively simple process to just, I don't know, buy another Switch fucking secondhand for next to nothing and do all that. But I just can't be bothered. You know? Like, I mean, hell, I could just fucking emulate it. But again, I just can't be fucking bothered. You know, I want someone else to have a stab at this. I don't want Mario Kart to be the only well.
Yeah, I feel you.
You know, like you were playing fucking whatever the fuck superhero Smash Brothers. And it's like, it's good that there's options, you know, because you should have options in terms of like your funny little jumping around slappy games.
Yeah.
And I'd say it's a healthily, for what it is, I'd say it's a healthily populated fucking, you know, field. There are good options for that gameplay style on PC, and it really does look like that Warner Brothers one is like putting the fucking yards in. And that's great. And it's like, okay,
I think you should try All-Star Fruit Racing.
Honestly, I think I have that.
Yeah, we do. It's in Steam, and I think it's also on Game Pass.
No, I've played All-Star Fruit Racing. It's not bad. Like for, you know, people I think who are making it but not like as fundamentally passionate about it as I am.
Right.
I mean, weirdly, probably the best one was not the most recent one because it was kind of shit, but Sonic and Racing Transformed. Like, so there's...
Yeah, so bummed that the recent one was garbage.
Yeah, that fucking hurt me because I really like Racing Transformed. Because, like, the way that I've gotten, you know, the way that I fucking play the games now, I've gotten hooked on the fucking bikes.
Right.
So you know, playing the cars is kind of a bummer. But then, you know, Sonic, I mean, it does like, you know, does the transform thing, which is cool. But also, like, one thing it does have is, like, there's a slight more emphasis on, like, the speed and the racing component of Mario Kart that really, 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 you know, gives it a bit of a pep. And that's tons of fun. I enjoy my... And there's going to be a sequel. Oh, that's good. This is kind of shite.
Yeah, I don't get that.
I do like seeing this stuff taking place with, like, what looks like your actual car.
Yeah.
No, just...
I don't think I'd make it around a ramp in my car.
No. I mean, we wouldn't have got this far.
True.
Like, oh, we hit the water gun. Well,
Down we go.
I guess we're not going any further in this. I mean, this is so close to one of those Micro Machines stages as it is.
There's a crazy moose loose in the hoose.
Because they do that with, you know, you'd have the bits, and then you'd be off-road and stuff.
Yeah.
That's a bit of a rough one.
She'll be right, mate. Got some snow tires on, eh?
So, prayer to the fates. She'll be right.
Turns out, she wasn't right. That she ain't right. Man, I want to drive up that thing. Look at that thing up there.
Yeah. I mean, I'm not going to say don't do it. I'm not going to say even that this is bad. But, for something that's meant to be Hot Wheels racing, this is just driving around in the yard. This is bush bashing, you know?
Well, I did choose like a mixed event.
Oh, no, I suppose, but I mean, like, you know, you can see I'd have a few more, like, you know, actual bits of track or some jumps, you know.
Well, the thing with that is like Forza has like all styles of racing, so I guess they got to cater to some of the people who like the off-road style as well. I mean, they don't have to. It's nice they do.
What was it, rally driving?
In 400 meters, turn left. In 500 meters, fuck your mother. What?
It is so funny that
look
it's
at these
just
things.
like... That's right. It is so funny that it is just fucking going for a drive with a friend. Except with an amazing chance to hit spectators.
I'm going max speed, you cunts.
Yeah, but you're in your car and they're in like
bullshit.
fast cars.
Game's
I mean,
supposed to like...
I don't think your car can go 260 kilometers an hour.
Oh, it absolutely could. It would blow up.
Yeah, it could go that fast, just not with any of us in it. Like, you are not getting that thing up to 260 with both of us in the front. That's not happening.
I think that's the only way we would get up that speed.
I suppose, yeah.
Down a big hill.
Down something like this.
Yeah.
Okay, so that does mean ending. Right. I didn't even see the line you crossed.
The line is so thin. Between murder and not stabbing someone 38 times in the eye socket.
Fucking socket.
It's a specific amount of times. Specific amount of holes.
Didn't even get it in the head or anything. Oh, there's one socket too. This is kind of annoying me. Evenly distributed for both.
I would not want to drive one of these at night. It would be a bit scary.
You know what these things should have at night? That fucking green glow in the dark crap around.
Oh, that'd be cool. The stuff that's always all over the laser thingies.
Is that just a paint you can buy?
Yeah.
Yeah, figured. I wonder about getting something like that. I mean, there's probably rules. It's like someone came up with something like blacker than Vantablack and like copyrighted it in a way so that everyone could use it except the Vantablack guy. Which is nice. It's surprisingly affordable too for like small amounts. And the thing is like it fucks with your brain because it absorbs so much light you can't, you know, like they painted an apple with it. And it just looked like a hole in the universe in the shape of an apple because it absorbs so much light. There's no sense of, you know, volume. It doesn't look like a 3D object. It's fucking nuts.
Yeah, it's weird.
I don't know where the fuck was my house back with it. I feel like if you painted your walls and ceiling and floor with it, you'd have like some really insane
I'd
nightmares.
paint the toilet. Good luck trying to find it. I mean, you know where it is, but where's the hole? It's not like you use this thing every day. Aha. Joke's on you. I also painted a chair in the same shape as a toilet. You just shat on the toilet. On the chair.
I suspected something and it just impacted right up in my own butt.
You reckon if you pooped into one of those hand dryers that went straight up, would just go...
Depends on how powerful it was.
We tuned that bad boy up. It's like a leaf blower.
Just a leaf blower,
straight.
yeah, just...
Could you put a well-constructed turgid turd in a potato cannon?
I'm more curious if a leaf blower could stop a poop from coming out. Like, that's kind of that would be my theory for Gaki no Tsukai.
I feel it wouldn't. I feel it would just spread on him, like, on release. It would not be good. Just blow it everywhere.
I mean, a firm one.
I mean, a firm one.
Yeah.
I'm just when
I give it a singular, like, as you know, I'm not talking like I'm talking about a poo, not like fucking
Also,
a volume of diarrhea, like, because yeah, that's
I
like,
understand that, but also it depends on who's shitting. Like, if it's me, I've got really strong ass muscles, so like I'm probably gonna push it through that airstream.
Yeah, but I have seen jets like knock over a bus, so I feel like there is.
We've also got to not harm our participants' anus. Because I feel if you do it by rupturing the intestines but keeping it in, that's still failing.
Yeah, I suppose we do have to doing something that's just lethal is not really.
No.
You know, I may as well. Like, oh yeah, I bet this industrial pile driver I bought could keep it up there, and it's like, yeah, no, it could. This isn't. You know, we're not really engaging in a fascinating, you know, fucking test here. Not exactly a Mythbuster episode in, like, will the pile driver keep the poo in the bum? I mean, it's just going to annihilate the bum for starters.
I think we could, a more sensible one would be, can flex tape keep your anus sealed?
No, I'm just gonna look up flex tape on anus now because
Please, yeah.
I'm now curious.
Surely
Someone has to have been dumb enough to do this.
Surely.
I mean, there's no way. Like, look, I've used that flex tape, and I will tell you that once that shit is on somewhere, it is not easy to get off.
Yeah.
Like, to its credit, it will work as advertised.
Yeah.
Okay, let's help me out here, Google. Flex tape on, not pool. Oh no, we're going somewhere else. Google anus.
It's a pitch of a turd.
Huh.
I'm not confident in the way you said.
Well, okay, so there's some discussions on Reddit of what would happen.
Okay.
And then there's one that's, it's a YouTube poop and it says Phil Swift seals his ass with flex tape. And it says, I don't think that's what it is, though, is the
No,
problem,
that's just,
you know?
yeah. YouTube poop is not a reliable source.
Yeah, these aren't real things. And like all YouTube poops, it's made with Power Director. Like, pirate a fucking program, you fucking losers. Jesus
They
Christ.
did, Gabe. Power Director.
Yeah.
Oi, you hit me? It's a point to me.
What would happen if you put flex tape on your anus? Imodium is the flex tape for the anus. My uncle, the flexine on my anus, my anus. Sphincter flex porn videos, Pornhub.
Don't worry about what you're looking up right now.
That's a shame. You know, I kind of suspected that there'd be one of those, like, you know, idiot groups that would give that a shot. Because I kind of been, you know, I'm clearly not the only person that thought of that.
Well, maybe we just
And
need
normally
to
when these ideas are out there, someone's going to go, oh, I'll do that on the internet for attention.
maybe we just need to float the idea more.
Because, I mean, generally when you stick something to a human being, you just have to wait until the skin peels off, which it does naturally. So, you know, even if you super glue something to somebody, it's coming off eventually. And, like, the reality is that that's the truth of flex tape, too.
Yeah.
But, like, I mean, it'll probably... So I'm wondering if that process will take place before you really have to shit. I mean, I'm thinking it would. Because at the end of the day, you can just rip it off. I mean, you're going to lose all of your ass hair. All of that's gone. That belongs to the flex tape now. And you're going to lose at least one layer of bumhole. And I'm not sure exactly what process that is. Because, like, I don't think...
Is it like, it's like a tree, you've got rings. Got rings in your bum hole. You've got to count the rings on your bum hole.
If you didn't have... If you had hemorrhoids, you don't anymore. And if you didn't, then you do. Have like your fucking ring all pulled inside out.
Yeah.
I mean, ultimately, yeah. So that's the problem. Is it's just like it's just sticking shit to someone, and we kind of know where that goes. You know, that's an idea that's been reasonably well
I
explored.
just really want to put flex tape on someone's anus. I think I have that cruel streak like Hamada.
Oh, you chuck us a brown eye real quick. Yeah, all right. Why? Clack. I could have used some flex tape back in the day. That'd have been a useful anti-brown eye
It's
measure.
like a Chinese finger trap for your anus.
Yeah.
Except the poo doesn't come out, ever. Goes back inside of you, champ.
Hold on, I gotta chuck a brown eye.
Chuck us a brown eye, mate. Give us a brownie.
Hold on. I'm just like, yeah, all right, we'll pause the conversation. Just feel free. Begging your pardon.
Oh.
If you would politely excuse me for just a moment. There's probably some weird Canadian or Russian thing where they do like races on just like frozen lakes.
Oh, fuck that. That'd be scary as fuck.
The ultimate in drift.
Traction control's going nuts.
See, like, all of this is so close to Mario Kart, you know? Like, I get those Mario Kart stage vibes. Yeah, it's just like, if you had that fucking, you know, Nintendo 64 Penguin, which I believe you can fucking edit into this. And, like, yeah, just, you know, push a button and let me... You know, because you could even have it be quasi-serious. Like, instead of, like, a shell, you throw, like, a, you know, it launches a car seat.
Instead of a shell, you can throw Danny DeVito at them.
Yeah.
Where's my Danny DeVito card?
He could be the blue shell in, like, a Always Sunny cart.
I'm actually surprised we haven't got any Always Sunny games in any capacity. I mean, there's that mobile game that exists, so they definitely have sold their likeness and property.
There's a mobile game?
Yeah.
What is it?
It's just one of those idle games.
What?
Oh, apparently I missed a checkpoint. So, like, the same company's done, like, the Trailer Park Boys one. There's a few of them that are, like, all 90s sitcoms and other sort of things. And it's just a thing where you unlock characters. And then you unlock their business, and then you just click the business.
Yeah,
and
like the Simpsons one.
Yeah. It's kind of like that, but even worse. They're really quite shit. So they definitely sold their likeness to someone. What do you mean I fucking missed the checkpoint? Did I? Wait. Maybe I didn't.
That's a shame.
Yeah.
I mean, if you're gonna sell your likeness for a fucking game, there's better things.
Oh, way better. But I mean, it probably makes them money, so... Like a lot of money
I feel like if you can't make a monetized mobile version of Charlie McDonough's, then you're not thinking.
100%. You know, like, I feel Rob McClellan, he's a very busy man with other shit that he'd rather be doing. Dennis can do it, he's not doing much. Actually, no, he is doing a lot. Charlie can do it, he's not doing much.
I think D's the one with nothing going on at the moment. It sucks because, like, AP Bio and The Mick were both really good shows. And, like, they both just fucking struggled. AP Bio might get another season, but, like, fucking The Mick only got, like, I think one.
Oh, that's rough.
Which was a bummer because it was a good show. And AP Bio was fucking solid, though. Some fucking absolutely brilliant episodes of that.
Fuck this ice.
I just worry now that, like, England's 40 degrees, Brisbane's gonna get snow.
I mean, that'd be cool. Why are you worried?
Because, yeah, but, like, you know, it's like the English are like, oh, the sun's nice because they don't get to see it much. But then none of their infrastructure or cities are designed to deal with, like, the idea of heat. Like, no one has air conditioning. Why would you have air conditioning in a place that gets, like, sometimes it gets up to, like, 30?
True, yeah.
You know? And, like, the entire design of that part of the world from, like, the cities up is effectively just one big warm snuggle. Because if it's not like that, you'll die. Like, you will fucking die in winter. And then it's 40 degrees, and nothing is designed for that.
I get you.
So shit's melting and exploding and burning.
I mean, yeah, it would shut it down pretty much a lot.
Oh yeah,
lot
no,
of that
like
shit,
if it snows in Brisbane, nothing is gonna happen. Because A, half of this lumpy fuck of a town, you will not be able to get up the hill. Like on foot or, you know, fucking what. No one's got like fucking
snow tires.
Yeah, snow tires.
Our roads aren't made for snow tires.
No, nothing here is made with anything to do with that. I mean, you know, no one has like antifreeze for whatever liquids in the car are gonna fucking freeze. It would just be like, as long as the snow was about it, it'd just be like, nothing's happening. Like this is, it'd be like fucking the very start of the COVID lockdowns again, but like with even less shit occurring. Fucking, I don't know. I mean, maybe the military's got like fucking vehicles that could fucking hack it. I mean, probably, but like, man, it'd fuck shit up.
Definitely, yeah.
Yeah, like, you know, when your house is like a big Queenslander, it's designed to just be open and to allow natural breeze flow and shit. It's like negative 15.
What is this?
Mexico. Hotwheels! Let me have a drive.
That's Tank, the Horizon mascot.
Just a sec, let me smash this thing.
I'll never go at Hotwheels.
Superstars need some
I
floating
think you plug in the
targets, no?
fucking wheel you've got.
Hey, good luck with that. Driving on this shit.
I don't know. Seems like you just. It seems like big fat roads, you know. It's pretty smooth going. Alright, that's a bit hectic. Don't know what's happening there. I'm not sure how the wheel would handle that business.
Get it? Pop? You laugh?
Okay.
I think I'm funny.
Broom broom! I'm in the driver's seat! Okay, yeah, that's right. I forgot. There's no like menus. Like the car is the menu. What's gear up? All right, it's not fucking.
B's
How do I
up.
stop rewinding?
It'll stop in a sec.
Okay.
B's gear up. X is gear down.
Whee! Oh, there's a fucking flaming ring.
Just like me after eating Chinese.
Adventure! Huh, wonder what's going on. Where am I now?
I don't know. Gear down from first to reverse.
Alright, yeah. Not just hold brake.
The good news is you'd be dead.
Did I live through that? What happened?
Yeah.
Where did I fucking...
It's not like damage is just cosmetic. You can turn it on to be disabling and stuff, but fuck that. I crash.
I want my beats realistic. Is there a guy who had like a fucking setup in his house to play one of those? I don't think it was the truck driver one. What was it? I don't know. It was one of those fucking truck. No, it was a truck driver sim, like a freight truck sim.
Jesus.
And it was some like fucking. It was more than 3 monitors. Like, you had ones on the side to be like, you know, it was like. I feel like you could buy a truck cab, you know, with no. Because I feel like you could get one of those without the engine and just put like fucking shit in it, you know. Owie, owie, owie. Shut up, road. I remember fucking gears and shit. Oh, I've discovered areas. Look at me.
You're frozen.
I'm gonna call this Ice Mexico.
Icico.
Mexico.
I do often think about what would happen if we flooded Mexico. And we get Mexa mermaids.
Fucking those. That's the problem with being this far away from the screen and all of it being like orange. Is it is a little bit hard to tell like just precisely where the edges are. Is a jump or a loop? What's happening here? Yeah, it's just a little. It's a little boosty. This would be one of the stages for the VR.
You know what they should do is just like, if they want to go a little bit more sensible before we go full tilt onto this, do bumper V8s. So, like, do this, but like, put those bumper lanes like we have on bowling. That'd be cool.
Bumper
And also put the
V8s.
bumpers on the side of the cars. So if you hit another one, it will bumper the car.
Good old-fashioned dodgems.
And Mike Myers is our flag girl. That's his punishment for doing the Love Guru. It's been a long time coming, Mike. You have to fess up to your sins, okay?
You know you're guilty.
I'm just misunderstood, man. Everybody liked that movie. No, Mike, no one liked that movie. And if they did say that, they're lying.
I suppose it would suck to finally have a movie not debut at number 1.
Boo-hoo, Mike.
Yeah.
I'm gonna stop doing films.
I mean, come on, man.
Now Mini-Me's dead. Now his ghost is coming for you. If you could haunt Mike Myers, what would you do?
Haunt him?
Yeah.
It depends, because I have heard he's very delicate. There's just kind of not a lot of sport to that, you know. I could want to haunt someone I could really, really, really torment who'd resist me for a long time.
Dan Aykroyd would be a good haunter, I think.
Dan Aykroyd would be fun to haunt, yeah, because like
he believes in ghosts.
yeah, he 100% believes in ghosts. So
You could get him to do so much stuff.
yeah, well, he'd approach it like with that, I'm gonna, you know, fucking figure this out, and you could really, you know.
Maybe we could force him to make his original Ghostbusters movie. That's what we should do. Get a Kickstarter for Dan Aykroyd. Make his original cut.
Develop the script.
Also, can we get a Kickstarter for the 4-hour Caddyshack edition? The one that just so awfully sucked and had like no plot, please?
Well, no, that's the crazy thing, is it had the plot.
Oh yeah.
There's basically there's 2 Caddyshacks in theory, and then there's
There must always be 2 Caddyshacks.
yeah. This remains the caddy balance. Because basically, like, and you'll see it in the fucking movie that got released, is there's this fucking plot with this teenage kid and like this Irish girl, and like that was the movie originally. But like they kind of got that done and they were like, hey, this isn't funny. And then they realized that just having like, you know, Chevy Chase around being funny and like fucking Bill Murray around being funny and Rodney Dangerfield around being funny, that was funny. But also, there was absolutely zero fucking plot. And so, you know, and look, they probably made the right decision. They wound up cutting like the story out of it, and then that's where the gopher came from, was like, oh, okay, well now we don't have a fucking plot. It's just like, oh yeah, let's watch Rodney Dangerfield just kind of riff on a golf course for a bit, and then let's, you know, we'll fucking quickly squeeze a fucking scene of Bill Murray and Chevy Chase in there, even though they hate each other. And then they leave scenes in the movie that don't really make any sense. And I don't mean like just, oh yeah, let's cut to something fucking funny happening. There's that scene where that Irish girl's like skipping through the fucking sprinklers. That has nothing to do with anything. Why is that happening?
I will not have this ill talk of Caddyshack. It is a masterpiece.
And that was because in the original script, that's in the movie, that's where she finds out she's like not pregnant.
And as we all know, in traditional Irish fashion, to celebrate, you must skip through the sprinklers.
Yeah, that's a traditional Irish not pregnant celebration.
Yeah. And if you are pregnant and you trip, you might
pregnant
not be
Irish,
pregnant.
yeah, pregnant Irish cluster birth. It's like you're gonna have a litter of like 4 or 5.
And they'll be feral.
Oh yeah, just from go.
Wait, that's Scottish. Shit. That's it. That's the Irish.
So there's a cut of the film that's both of these parts together.
And it's 4 hours.
Yeah, and it is like for actual, honest to goodness, human hours
You
long.
reckon it is? Do you
I don't
reckon
know.
Chevy has it?
No, I reckon you could probably get it off, you know, the fucking Not Ramus. What's his name? The kid that did like Ghostbusters Afterlife.
All right.
Like I reckon that's the inroad. Because if anyone's gonna have it, it'll be like fucking Reitman. Yeah. Like I think the Reitmans will have like the 2 shards of the fucking key that opens the vault that has the 4-hour Caddyshack.
Damn it! I wonder, like, can we get a Kickstarter to rob him?
Because like I don't expect this to be like a good movie or even an entertaining experience.
No.
In a lot of ways,
I
like,
just need
it'll
to
be an
know.
entertaining
It's
experience and
morbid.
weird. Yeah.
It's the curiosity of it existing.
Well, it's like there's that movie of Jerry Lewis playing like a clown that goes to Auschwitz, and it was decided after it was finished that this just doesn't work and we cannot release it, and like that is like that. And bear in mind, this was like, you know, Jerry Lewis agreed. Like it was just like, yeah, this can't.
Wait, so does it exist?
Oh yeah, it exists. Like the film was finished, and it does exist.
So like, have people seen it? Like outside them?
I think other people have seen it,
Right.
but I do know that it's like not available. There were some rumblings a little while ago about something to do with it, but I can't remember what. It might have been something to do with like, you know, a certain people being able to sort of release it after a certain time after like Lewis had died, you know, something along those lines. But you know,
Interesting.
yeah, that's a legendary one. That it reminds me of like he wrote a book that was like, you know, a picture of him as a you know, his face and one half was a clown and smiling, one half was sad, and so like fucking, you know, the guy who plays Saul from Better Call Saul, like Odenkirk. He had like, you know, sort of stand-up sketch comedy show thing that he was doing in the clubs, and it was that he copied that picture with his face, and the name of the fucking thing was Half My Face is a Clown.
Excellent.
Yeah. It always makes me laugh. Half my face is a clown. Just like him sad, like.
I'm glad half my face isn't a clown.
I'm gonna have to look up that Auschwitz clown film now. Because I don't remember the last time I checked. Because it's
What was it called? Clownschwitz?
Laughschwitz. I can't remember what it was called. Like, we'll have a look. We'll have a look when
Ernest goes to
Auschwitz. Yeah, it does. Ernest Goes to Auschwitz. It's gonna be a tasteful remake. A PG rating.
You know, I always wanted Ernest to team up with Dwight. Not Dwight. Isn't it Dwight? No. Howling Mad Murdoch from the A-Team.
All right.
Dwight Schultz or something, I think his name is. I have to look this up.
No. That's the fucking. Oh wait, Howling Mad Murdoch. Yeah, no, I know. I know him. He's been in other shit.
Yeah.
Matt Frewer, isn't it?
Probably. The A.
No, wait, that was. No, wait, yeah, Howling Mad. Who was Face? No, yeah, it was. I'm pretty sure it was Matt Frewer. He might have been in one of the remake movies.
No, not the remake, the TV series. That was right. Dwight Schultz.
Huh.
Dirk Benedict played Face. George Peppard played Hannibal.
George Peppard, that's right, yeah. Someone said I looked like a young George Peppard once, and I was like, that's a weird fucking reference. Like a young George Peppard.
Yeah, no, I could see that slightly, yeah, I guess.
The only time I've ever been told I've looked like somebody by people, and like they were earnest about it, it's always been something fucking insane. And it's just like, that's not helping me in my life. Just keep this information to yourself. I don't care to be confused by this. It's like, no, I don't, you know, I don't think anybody of my generation has ever go, hey, you look like a young George Peppard. What?
No. No one's going to even know who George Peppard is.
Yeah. Loopies! This was what I wanted. It took a while, but I got me some loops.
Get your loops in. What else did George Peppard do?
I think he was like an old cinema actor.
Yeah.
Because that was kind of the way it worked back then. You'd do like movies, and then eventually you'd, you know,
Last
age
thing
out of
he
your
did
movie
was an
career and-
episode of Matlock.
Yeah, that's about right.
That's depressing. Night of the Fox TV movie 1990.
I mean, it probably wouldn't have been too bad because like Matlock was like one of the most watched fucking shows.
True.
Donk. All right.
Let's have a look. First thing he did was in 1956. TV series called The Big Story. Played Joe.
I always love really early movie credits.
Yeah, oh my god, he's on Matinee Theater.
That's right. The Day the Clown Cried. That's the name of the fucking Auschwitz movie.
The day. Isn't Breakfast at Tiffany's the 1961 version? He was in a movie called The Carpetbaggers. That's insane. Then he was in a movie called What's So Bad About Feeling Good. All these movies look awful. Awful movies. These are the sort of ones you'd see in like cash converters for $2 on DVD. Crisis in midair. From hell to victory. Torn between two lovers. Battle between the stars. Chips. He was in 2 episodes of Chips as George Papard.
That's interesting.
Your ticket is no longer valid. Treasure of the Yankee Zephyr. Jugnado con la muerte. I believe that's fucking Spanish for
Big titty.
big titties. Tales of the unexpected. The A-Team. Silence like glass. Men against the mob. The Chinatown Wars. Night of the Fox. The Tigress.
Those sound like the names of like the books our grandparents' generation, like our grandfathers read.
Yeah.
You know, that's like dude lit for, you know, a period where like TV didn't exist. So you just couldn't look at stuff. You actually had to read. So all your books were about like, you know, fucking cowboys and spies.
What
It's
a
really
time.
cute when you think about it.
I guess it would be good if you liked cowboys and spies.
It's just funny because like there's, you know, women like read. So there's like loads of books that are like, you know, that really haven't changed much, you know, over the years of just, you know, the gal genres. But then, you know, I mean, I could read a book about like a spy who kills people and likes tits, or I could watch a movie where there's like the ability to see tits. And like those just aren't like I'm not gonna like as good as a book is, you know, action books are just not really gonna cut it. You know, I don't want to watch a fucking novelization of a Jackie Chan movie. You know, I want fucking
I do. Fucking.
then Jackie just like have it written by someone almost like they're watching the movie too. Just like
Have
and
it
then
written
Jackie
by
jumped
Jackie
and didn't get
Chan.
hit by the fucking shipping container, and man, it was so fucking close. Like it was so fucking close.
Have it
It was like-
written by Jackie Chan.
Nearly Nary's butt.
And I have to learn Jackie's like native fucking language to understand it. Where's the
I can't remember
reward?
his Mandarin or Cantonese. I think he's Hong Kong, so it would be Cantonese.
it's
but,
there.
I mean, he probably speaks both. I don't.
He speaks Chanonese. It's like nothing else except more deadly.
There are like, you know, because China's fucking a bajillion years old and like shit like that, there are just bits of China where people speak a version, and it's like, it technically is like Cantonese, but like they were just separated by a river, and so their version is fucking almost fucking unintelligible to like the rest of China.
Which is nuts. Like,
Yeah.
languages are bizarre. So, this is once been again a look into the mind of Hot Wheels and billionaires that we wish were a thing.
Look into the wheels.
Someone fund us and I will shrink a micro machine down and insert it in my penis. It's like the incredible shrinking journey, but more penis.
We'll hire edit shrinking man.
It's also in a part of
We have a
James
mission for
Cameron's new Avatar film. In the third one, my ball sack's a planet.
In your penis.
That's what they do. It was funny because we were sitting in the theater watching. The trailers came up for the new Avatar, and they had this moment where the blue dude swims up underwater next to this giant whale, and I just turned to Gabriel and say, "I'm gonna fuck that whale."
I'm gonna fuck it.
Good night, James Cameron. I love you.
Keep It Classy is proudly sponsored completely by its fans. We thank you for your support.
It expanded somehow. I'll have you know